Level 1. Michael Chandler. He's here not because he lacks ability, because he lacks discipline. Chandler has elite wrestling, elite power, and incredible athleticism, but the moment a fight gets chaotic, Chandler's structure completely disappears. He'll land a big shot, get momentum, and instead of slowing things down, he jumps straight into a brawl, ignoring position, control time, or even damage. A level 1 fighter has a small repetitive game plan that they bring to every fight. For Chandler, it's his hooks and overhands, with wild body kicks and leg kicks, along with his very low IQ wrestling that tends to him gassing out a lot. And as for defense, well, Chandler pretty much doesn't have defense. When watching Chandler, it almost feels like you could make a better decision in the cage, and you probably could, because Chandler fights with no logic. Level 1 fighters have elite skills, but just don't know how to use them, and that's obvious with Michael Chandler. Level 2. Justin Gaethje. This is where chaos is in the entire game plan. Gaethje has a potent leg kick, a sharp uppercut, and a tight defensive shell. He uses these weapons to accumulate damage over the fight. Unlike Chandler, he knows where he wants to steer the fight. He doesn't fight emotional 100% of the time. He's calculated, until his system breaks. You see, Gaethje has a very effective, but simple style. If Justin gets clipped a couple times, he'll go right back into brawl mode. We saw that when Gaethje barely edged out a decision versus Michael Chandler. When Gaethje got hit big by Chandler, what do you expect to do? Back up, right? Well, he went straight back into the fight, and got clipped. But there's a reason why Justin won that fight. In the third round, while Chandler was throwing spinning roundhouse kicks, Gaethje was finding a home for his leg kicks. While Chandler was focused on the big slam, Gaethje stuck behind his jab. But you see, his tool set is very small. He can only kickbox. If you get him to the ground, he's almost helpless. And as for offensive wrestling, well, he's only had one completed takedown in his entire UFC career. Gaethje's game plan is simple, yet very effective. But that's what a level 2 fighter is. A fighter that has a small game plan, but they execute perfectly. This is where most UFC fighters are at. Level 3. Robert Whittaker. This is a tier full of elite fighters that have been great for a long time. These are athletes who've held the belt or stayed at the top of the division for years. Think of names like Max Holloway, Sean Strickland, or Peter Yan. Whittaker is here because he blends elite level kickboxing with high level wrestling. His footwork is sharp, his timing is precise, and he rarely throws without purpose. He calculates his moves, then fires. Against the average ranked opponent, it's normally not close. He controls range, dictates pace, and constantly makes the correct reads. But when against true generational talent, the holes in his game become apparent. Whittaker's defense is very linear, and when he's put under sustained pressure or truly unique styles, his structure begins to break. Fighters like Dricus and Israel Adesanya force him into predictable resets, and when he gets stuck in that reset, he's easily open to get caught. Whittaker prepares for every facet of the game: striking, kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, but some decisions have to be made in the cage. Whittaker has done everything right in his career, but some fighters are simply made for fighting. Some fighters have it in their blood to make the correct decisions. So in short, a level 3 fighter is someone who is elite and has every skill they need to beat almost everyone in the world, but just gets beat out by once-in-a-lifetime talent. Level 4. Alexander Volkanovski. Volkanovski executes every part of the MMA game to near perfection. With a laser-fast jab, he sits behind it, calculating his next move. But you see, Volkanovski doesn't just follow a game plan. He adapts real time. Depending on his opponent, it might be a leg kick, it might be a takedown. Whatever it is, Volkanovski is almost always there to make the move. Against a 32-year-old Jose Aldo, Volk used inside leg kicks and pressure on the cage. In all 3 fights against Holloway, he used perfect counterpunching and feints. And for newer contenders like Yair Rodriguez, he bullied him on the ground with amazing grappling. You see, Volk can do it all. He's an absolute technical mastermind. Level 4 fighters are technical legends of the sport. Think of people like GSP, Mighty Mouse, or Islam Makhachev. But all these legends have something in common. They all have a loss on their record. For Islam, it was a brutal KO early in his UFC career. For George St. Pierre, he lost via submission and TKO. And for Mighty Mouse, in the UFC, he lost via controversial decision to Henry Cejudo. Every legend has a clear loss we can point to. It's part of the game, from age to inexperience.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the future. He is the present and he is the future. And he might be the greatest talent that we've ever seen.
Jon Jones is the highest form of fight IQ the UFC has ever seen. Jones doesn't just fight opponents. He controls the entire environment. From distance to rhythm to psychology, he controls everything and everywhere the fight goes. Before the fight starts, he's already using fight IQ to derail his opponents psychologically.
There's nothing you can do to stop me, Daniel Cormier. Expect very malicious, violent things to happen. Hey, are you still there?
He removes weapons before they're thrown. He targets habits before they become threats. Oblique kicks to destroy momentum, clinch control to erase confidence, and devastating elbows. Every decision isn't about winning the moment, it's about shrinking his opponent's options until there's nothing left. This is truly the highest level of technical fighting the sport has ever seen. No chaos, no wasted motion, no emotional decisions. Under pressure, Jon Jones is a weapon. Sharp, clear, and precise. Through every tool of the MMA game, he turns 5 rounds into a slow, suffocating end for every fight. Jon Jones' only loss has came from disqualification. Other than that, he's never been finished, submitted, or anything like that in the cage. He entered the UFC at 21, and by 23, he became the youngest world champion ever. From world-class wrestling to world-class striking, no one was able to contend. No one could figure out the mastermind of Jon Jones. There is no description for a level 5 fighter. Jon Jones is the level 5 fighter. He is the technical master of the UFC.